Behind me, you'll see the old vine Grenache. These are old bush vines, hand pruned, hand picked, and they receive no supplementary irrigation or water.
Yeah, and I think they produce a pretty distinctive wine each time, and so we've got two wines that we make from those old vine Grenache. We've now got the first vintage of the Indian File, which is 100% straight Grenache, and even better, it hasn't been matured in oak. It's just captured that lovely fruit and bottled early. We only probably left it in tank maybe 10 months before we bottled it, and we're really trying to highlight the fruit, the great fruit that these vines produce. So it's got that very distinctive Blewitt Springs Grenache character, all dried herbs and dried fruit characters, a little bit raspberry, and on the palate it's just got a lovely vitality about it. It really it's not a big wine, it's just got lovely fruit character, lovely acidity to it, and really is just a lovely drink, and best to enjoy this one young too. This is the 2014 vintage. I mean, it will mature in bottle quite okay, but it's best to enjoy it while it's young, I think. Now, I guess the other thing that's interesting about the 2014 Indian File is we use a little bit of whole bunch in there, which is where you ferment the whole bunches. We probably used about 20%, and it just gives you an extra complexity in the wine. It's a little bit like the techniques you use in making Pinot Noir, and it just gives a bit of extra complexity and quite a different style to the Gander's blend, the Grenache Shiraz, which is a more traditionally made wine. So perhaps we'll just try we've got two of them here, but we'll just try the 2012, which interestingly enough has 70% Grenache, 30% Shiraz. And the reason you put a little bit of Shiraz in the Grenache is that it just helps sweeten the middle palate a little bit, and gives a little bit extra depth of colour and complexity, and gives you a little bit more spice in the aroma. So in this particular year, the 2012, it's 70% Grenache, 30% Shiraz. Then in the 13, we'll try that later, there's an 80% Grenache, 20% Shiraz. So the 2012 now, that's 5 years old, and it's still starting to show a little bit of bottle age, bottle development, but it's still holding together very well. Lovely generous flavours. You can see a bit of the oak character, because as distinct from the Indian File, we are putting this into barrels, but not particularly young barrels. We're not looking for the oak character, we're looking more for the maturation character that the barrels give us. So
I think the lovely thing about this wine is that it's a good food match wine. If you're ever in doubt what you're going to put with a dish, I think you'd actually try this as a...
Yep. This is a lovely generous style, and now it's starting to show a lot of characters coming out in the wine. There's still that raspberry and dried herb character of the Grenache, but the palate's got it's lovely soft and generous palate now with that 5 years of bottle age on it. So yeah, certainly recommend that with any dish. That would be very pleasant drinking. Yeah.
I thought we'd just look at the 2013, Mike, just to do a comparison out of interest.
Yep. Well, different vintages, you play around with different percentages of Shiraz to get the right balance between the flavours of the Grenache and the flavours of the Shiraz, and just what you're looking for. So, no, it is always interesting. The 2013 was certainly a stronger Grenache year, more of that distinctive Grenache character coming through. So we only used 20% of the Shiraz to get the right balance between the two types of fruit characters. And yeah, it still looks very youthful, 2013, so that's already nearly 4 years old. Still looks very youthful.